Officially day 2 of the project, 3 days in officially on project 2023. Yesterday night I failed. Yesterday night I was out at a bar celebrating my friend's 18th birthday. Unexpected things will come up. You will fail in certain things as you go along. So it is day 2. It is currently 13:34, the 3rd of January, officially day 2 of the project. Yesterday was a good day. I managed to get done everything I wanted to, except for getting a good sleep schedule. I got to sleep quite late, but it's because I wanted to journal first and meditate. I couldn't fail on day 1. So day 2, freshly shaven, feeling ready for the day. I woke up a bit later than I wanted to, but it's fine. I decided to leave my phone in the room when I woke up. I did not even check it. I just turned off my alarm and then dragged myself out of bed and downstairs. I am quite happy though, because instead of mindlessly scrolling on my phone or playing Clash Royale, I managed to check the stock markets open, as well as read up on some new financial news. The Japanese yen had a very strong open today, and the euro is looking interesting. Germany is releasing some stats in about half an hour, so we'll check that out. I might take a trade on that. I managed to get some more reading done on the book Atomic Habits, and yesterday I came across a few interesting sentences which I figured I might share with you. The first one that comes up when I open my ebook here is that many people think that they lack motivation when what they really lack is clarity. It is not always obvious when and where to take action, but some people spend their entire lives waiting for the time to be right to make an improvement. I guess that's a lesson which is good in this first video. Stop waiting, stop planning, stop preparing, just take action and go along with the flow. Of course it's important to have a plan, but it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. As you could see yesterday, my recording studio is very poor. Everything here is really just mediocre, but the plan is to improve it slowly as we progress through the journey. The second interesting part I read in Atomic Habits was about a study conducted in 2001 in the UK. Over 250 people were divided into 3 groups, and the study was related to exercise and taking action. The first group was asked only to note down every time they went to exercise. The second group, not only did they get asked to track whenever they went to exercise, they also had to read some material on the benefits of exercise, such as a smaller chance of heart disease. Now, the third group were asked not only to do the 2 previously mentioned things, but also to formulate a plan and write down when and at what time they would go and exercise. When it came to the results, the first and the second group had about 35 to 38% of people who exercise at least once per week. When it came to the third group, a whopping 91% went to the gym or exercised at least once per week. I think the punchline is pretty clear here, that if you formulate a plan and write it down or say it out loud, you are so much more likely to go through with it. That is also why I wanted to start journaling, because as soon as you start writing things down, they take material form and you're much more likely to go through with it. That's why I wrote down all of my New Year's resolutions, all of the habits I want to be formed, and then also I write down new ideas so they stick and I take action upon them instead of thinking about it, thinking, oh wow, that would be great if that ever would happen, and then forget about it. Now, as I am in my last year of high school, I've got a very important set of exams coming up now just after Christmas, so I should go get started studying for them, and I'll keep you guys posted if I take any trades and the progress of how it goes. It is currently about 4 in the afternoon. I just finished some late lunch, and this is usually the time where I would have a cup of coffee and then some Swedish snus, which is a nicotine pouch, and then just chill here, watch some Netflix, and actually just be really unproductive. So this is one of the first habits I wanted to cut out. This is already day 3 without nicotine. I think it's going quite alright. It's, to be honest, easier than I thought, but I think it's these habits where I'm really accustomed to doing something, and then when I don't do it, it feels off. So I still got my cup of coffee, but instead I have an ebook. I'm gonna read some Atomic Habits, and then I've cut out the nicotine out of my life. It is currently 2:50 p.m. on Wednesday the 4th of January, 3 days in officially on Project 2023. The first 2 days have been going well. I've been able to meditate, journal, exercise, and start building good habits. But yesterday night, I failed. Yesterday night, I was out at a bar celebrating my friend's 18th birthday, and I consumed nicotine.
I failed. I've already taken one, but this is the last snooze for 2023 and hopefully a long time.
Now, if you remember, this was one of my first New Year's resolutions, which I wanted to keep, and I failed 2 days in. Now, this doesn't mean that the challenge is over. I think it's rather the contrary. The whole idea of Project 2023, trying to improve myself, is not about being perfect, but it's about constantly improving. And if you fail, don't let that decide your personality, and don't remain a failure, but instead you get back up and you push harder again. So I only see this as more motivation why I should keep on pushing harder. And I think a lot of people would choose not to include this in a video, especially if it's the first one, because it would seem ridiculous failing a few days in. But my goal is to stay real with you all on how it's going, the journey, the difficulties I face. And yeah, I got home last night quite late as well, and I did not get a chance to meditate. I did journal earlier in the day, but I failed 2 of the things I really wanted to do every day. Now, as a precaution, I've already had a meditation session. I've been journaling a bit. I am dressed in gym clothes, ready to go to the gym. Despite failing on some of the things I promised myself not to fail, I think mistakes only build you stronger. So I think that's something to keep in mind, that you will fail on certain things as you go along. Unexpected things will come up, and sometimes you just can't stick with it for one day. But the important thing is to not let that failure decide you as a person, and instead learn from your failure and take that as motivation to become better, to improve yourself every day, even if it's just 1%.